Today I'm going to explain on how to install a Trex Transcend rail. Starting with a couple components, we have a post sleeve. Following that, we have a post cap and the trim. These parts are all sold separately. This, as well as a top, that's sold separately, and this is a universal bottom rail. This is a round baluster infill kit. It comes with those 3 packages, and that includes the bracketry, everything needed to install the rail. And lastly, we have the balusters, and that's all the components that you'll need to install a rail. So let's get to it. Step 1 is slide the 39-inch post sleeve over the 4x4 framing. Before you slide the post sleeve over, put the trim ring on the bottom of the post sleeve and then slide the whole unit over. Step 2, the pattern that comes in with the 39-inch post sleeve. Make sure you're putting it in on the right part, which is going to be the top bracket for a level handrail install. Next step is we take the infill kit and we put it in the rails. Take the bottom rail. We set the bottom rail on 3 7/8 inch blocking that we cut to pick up the railing so we could get the proper elevation. At this point, you want to get even spacing from your baluster. So we'll measure from the post to the start of the baluster on each side so they're even. You want to take your pencil, lay it flat against the post so you kind of have about a 1/4 inch gap for the caps to go in, or the trim rings, after the rail is set. Leaving the infill kit in the bottom rail itself, take it over to the miter saw and cut. Take your bottom rail and check your top distance as well, just to make sure that the top is going to fit here with the same distance, and also to double check to make sure your posts are in the right position. Okay, now that we have our bottom rail cut, we want to bring the bottom rail to the top rail and take our speed square and make sure that the baluster holes line up perfectly. That way we can mark our top rail and take that to the saw and cut that as well. Take the infill kit back out. You'll find center of your bottom rail. Establishing the center mark of your bottom rail, and that is for the purpose of the support block that you have to put in, so the rail doesn't have any type of bag, or it doesn't bow out. Gives it that center support structure, so if you lean on the rail does not fail. Now that we have our bottom rail cut, our infill kit pulled back out, now we're going to install it to the bottom brackets. So you take your support block in the center, pull the rail up to both clips, set your center block, use that as a guide. Now that we have tension on the bottom rail due to placing the support block in there, we got the rail up to the brackets. We want to set the bottom rail now into the brackets that we installed before, but what's very important before you do that you want to take the bottom rail trim ring, you want to slide that in prior to setting any type of screws. Come to the other side. Slide that one in as well. And now you're ready to pre-drill and set the screws. Now from this point, we take the infill kit, place it back into the rail. Now you want to take the infill kit out of the top rail. Lay it on top of the bottom. Take your balusters. Now we want to take the top rail, place it on top of the brackets that we installed at the beginning. Again, very important, put the trim ring in first. Then we want to fasten the rail. At this point, you want to slide the bottom infill, or the top infill kit sitting on the bottom rail up. Now you want to step back and take a look at the rail, make sure there's no arch or no dip in the rail. If there is, make a slight adjustment with the support block in the center. So lastly, you want to take your pre-drill and screw in and attach the foot block to the deck. There you have it, Trex Transcend rail install. Thank you very much.